What I do need is chocolate back in here. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I'm probably going to make a little mess here. Nothing that much.
What color mixtures is that, sir?
Can't tell you, it's a trade secret. Okay, yep, let's give that a quick sweep. It does have some boogers on it. This is a good point. If I started staining this with this here, this little piece of material, now you can see better. Once I stain it, if that material goes bye-bye, now I have a white spot. So I want to sweep this off first before I spray my texture down.
Do we need to keep that also?
Yeah, that one was not as bad because that one we put down and we just kind of left alone. This one we were using a trowel on, we were dripping material, you don't know where you're going to get a booger every once in a while. Okay, so this one, this is a combination. I am not liking right now. I'm going to put way too much material in here. This is a combination of charcoal and chocolate. It's probably 85% charcoal and just a little bit of chocolate put into it. Gives it kind of a slate color. So again, with this, I'm not doing that and then coming back here. You know, I'm making sure that I'm spraying one area 100% coverage before I move on. And just the reason for that is that, yeah, it will change colors. Pad's uneven. Alright, we're going to leave that alone. This pad's a little uneven. It's got some funneling going on in the low spots. That'll be fine. We'll have darker in the middle and we'll have lighter on the edges. You can control that a little differently by when you are doing the texture, trowel it a little bit tighter, not make it so high. Different things like that. We're going to let this one just dry. And then we are going to go on to this right now. We need our rub bricks first. Yep. This one. Always with the grain. Okay, we're doing a wood plank. We don't want to then cut across the grain and mess it all up. So we just want to go and just light what we're looking for here. That's what we're looking for. Is that we're trying to knock these high points down into that. That'll accept our stain much better than a high point will. It'll look more.
Gibaid ag hait, magibaid ag hait. Kung sa kahoy pa planer. No. Kung sa kahoy pa planer. Carbide man nga kuan, brother, carbide.
Okay. I'd say this right here and that right there. We're not trying to break anything off, but we are trying to get it to be kind of nice and uniform. I'd do right here a little bit more. We're not trying to flatten all of the grain down. Flatten surface again because that's good. Some higher spots are fine. Okay. Okay, you see I'm just mixing this back and forth a little bit. When you're using ultrastone, your colors can tend to separate a little bit once they get into the ultrastone, so just a little shake up works. I'm getting this set up because we're going to brush the top.
Mana ko na ego gabi eh.
We're just going to use foam brushes. Regular foam brushes.
Now,
you can use different size brushes, that's
Thank you,
fine.
baby.
I prefer the 2-inch brush. You can use a 3-inch, it doesn't matter. All we're gonna do, we're gonna dip our brush, we're gonna get off our excess because we don't want that much. And we're just gonna come through here and we're just gonna very lightly accent our grains. Now you can do it a little heavier, you can do it a little lighter,
Tengah bagus pedos ya.
depending on what you feel. Okay, but I try to keep it as uniform as possible. So if we do a little heavier starting out, maybe do a little heavier all the way down.
Construction foam.
It takes kind of a light touch. You don't want to, you don't want to do too much of that, where you're just getting like a blob of color on there. Like that's about as heavy as I would probably do it. I probably could have gotten a little bit more material off of this brush before I did that. That's what we're trying to avoid right there.
Ogon ko pintor. Right ba?
Okay. So grab the brush, grab that,
Ito ano?
have at it.
Stamp ko subok brad. Hmm?
It's a little heavy.
Light lang.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. Can we fix that? Yeah. It's still a little bit heavy. Somebody else want to do the other half? Meet him in the middle.
Eh, go, Brad. Make up
The
ba?
one thing I would make sure that I would do,
Make up ba? Make up.
dip this in like that, and get rid of any of your excess.
Like the foundation in your face ba? Oh, yawa engineer. Engineer. Ano yung practical exam sa what? Structural engineering. Mura mga pintalog nitso. Ngiga engineer. Muna siya sir, suspect sir, naka-red. Naka-mask para di makitaan, pero klaro na kayo. Yay, ka-drawing, may nagsubok ron.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now, the heavier areas, can we fix that? Yeah, when we wash this, it'll take care of a lot of that. So we're gonna give this a couple seconds to dry, and we're gonna do hydrostone after we do this. You can do it one of two ways. You can carve your route lines before you do these highlights, or you can carve your
Barnes.
lines after. We're gonna do this one after. I want our lines to be only the gray color that we're gonna put down. That'll offset a little bit of it. And this is just, as artsy as you wanna be.
Subok pa nung
You don't have to do this step.
Diba?
I personally
Tumulong
love
ko,
this
diba?
step because I think
Lubas
this
ba,
is
lubas?
what brings that authenticity out in the wood. We're gonna do that after this.
Can we correct this?
Oh, yeah. You can do whatever you want. If there's an area where you have a
Yeah.
harder spot of thin finish, what you can do is you can take your brush, like say here. This is a little wet. Oh, hold on. Like this right here. And you can do just the edge and then just this one spot and that spot, and you can make a knot in the wood. Okay? Takes a little bit more finesse because you don't want to get that down to the base color. You just are trying to highlight the grain around there, so you got to maybe use a thinner brush, maybe make sure you're not using as much material, but you can pretty much do whatever you want. I would just try to avoid that, this. That's about it. That would be what I would try to avoid. And just try to make sure it's more uniform. This side is heavier, this side is not. Doesn't
Sa'yo
matter.
sultan mo sir.
No,
Dapat
doesn't really make that big of a difference. Okay, so we're gonna give this a couple seconds to dry out.
Foundation.
We're gonna go over.
Saan lagay pa?
May bilin si Brana, may bilin.
We need one more spray there. And then these actually can be cleaned out. What do you do? One more spray?
Usam.
Usam.
Matang-matangag ko.
Oh.
I want this.
It's either may bilin or ni chido. No?
Still white. I'm gonna go over it. So this can be dumped out as well. You're gonna dump this into there, and then just give that a quick rinse with some water.